Ladies and gentlemen, I challenged Parker to something last week, and we have a little fun exercise. We decided, why don't we build the best lineup? And we're going to build lineups out of our favorite teams' all-time one-year players. And what I mean by that is we had to construct a lineup 1 through 9, including a starting pitcher, a setup relief pitcher, and a closing pitcher. So we imagined as if we're playing a game and we're throwing out this lineup, and these are our 3 pitchers. And we're going to see who can make the best lineup. Parker chose Red Sox who played with the Red Sox for 1 year or less. So even folks that were traded at the trade deadline. I put together a team of 1 year White Sox players. So before we even share the lineups, Parker, let me tell you, this was a very difficult exercise.
Yes. Fun fact, if they played 1 year for your team, they probably stunk. Especially in the relief pitcher department, man. The relief pitchers were the hardest part for me.
Hard, really hard. And just so everyone knows, I mean, this is an exercise where we're just going to see who'd put together the best lineup and who'd win in a game. And hey, if you want to look at the guy's best year of their career, cool. If they did do well with your team in the first year in that 1 year, awesome. We're going to see what we found because this is going to be pretty fascinating. Parker, I got some doozies that you're really going to appreciate. But why don't we start with your team, Parker? Why don't we start with our lineups? We'll share our pitchers here second. Give me your lineup as if you were going to draw it out 1 through 9. Okay.
I didn't do DH.
I did.
Did you? I forgot to. I'm realizing now I only have the 9. I only have 8 position players. That's why I was like I built like a lineup 1 through 9, except that I don't have 9. I have 8 because I don't have a DH. So let's see. My DH is going to be, I don't know. Maybe I'll get to it later. Okay, so I'll go position by position and then tell you what my lineup is. Number 1, starting at catcher, a man near and dear to your heart, and you would be fucking surprised how hard it is to get a goddamn catcher on the Red Sox. And we restricted to the wild card era. I think both of us did, because we wanted to be a little more relevant. Also, I just know those guys better. Jason Varitek played a lot of fucking baseball for the Red Sox in the wild card era, so there was no other catchers that were anything close to competitive for this. AJ Pierzynski is my catcher on these Boston Red Sox. In 2014, he made 274 plate appearances for the team. He hit 4 home runs, 10 doubles to 31 RBIs. He had an OPS of 633, and that's my backstop.
Okay. First off, amazing pick. And now this is making me realize, let's just do back and forth position by position and let's try to pick together who has the better at that position. That's the best way to do this.
Okay, sounds good to me. So who's your catcher?
All right.
I literally went 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I went through the outfield. So,
dude, you were right when it comes to catchers. Finding a catcher that was on your team for 1 year, one that's even serviceable, was so hard. That is such a good pick. You just got lucky on that one. I did not get so lucky. If anyone knows the White Sox history, we are terrible at having really good catchers. We just haven't had a good history outside of like Carlton Fisk and AJ Pierzynski. Really hasn't been any.
Right.
So I went to 2024 last year, and I just picked a clubhouse guy, a guy with good defense. I picked Martin Maldonado.
There you go.
Just seemed like the right choice.
Maybe definitely the better defender of the two.
Correct.
I think over 162, I'd rather have Pierzynski offensively. And I would definitely want Maldonado in the clubhouse for sure.
Correct, but I will cede that to you because I would have also picked Pierzynski if that was an option.
Okay. All right. So in the catcher position, AJ Pierzynski for me, Martin Maldonado for you. Those of you keeping score at home, 1-0 Parker. At first base, and you're going to fucking hate me for this.
Oh, stop.
2021 Kyle Schwarber. Come on down, baby.
Oh, come on. You son of a bitch.
He played first base in the fucking playoffs. Don't you try to tell me that man's not a first baseman.
Dude, are you kidding me right now? Oh my god.
He played because
Okay.
he had that funny back-to-back flips where he fucked one up and then he didn't fuck the next one up. But at Fenway Park against the Rays,
He
it was awesome.
did. Oh,
Let's see
God.
his numbers. Again, 10 doubles, 7 home runs, but he did come away from that season with Boston with a 957 OPS out of Kyle Schwarber. So I think that's I got lucky on that one for sure.
That's another really lucky one. You know what, folks? I wouldn't get too worried about me because I do have some real bangers here at the end of my list. Don't you worry. So I'm going to let
My
him have the
outfield's
good ones
really
to start
good,
off.
dude.
Don't even open your goddamn mouth. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't ruin my outfield trio I have here. It's pretty amazing. Little tease. Anyway, hold on. Let's go to my first base guy because this guy, all right, this guy is, I think, underrated. All right. I think when you look at this guy and you think about, I'm actually pulling up more of his, want to see his fielding stats here more than anything. So this is a guy who, why am I not finding his actual fielding stats? What is happening? This is a guy who I would say was a better than average fielder, really solid hitter, longtime Minnesota Twin, Justin Morneau.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Justin Morneau guy. Is he hit bombs like Schwarber? Of course not. But the thing is, when you look at Justin Morneau and you look at his seasons with the Twins, I mean, this guy was averaging around anywhere between 22 to 30 home runs for about 5 straight seasons and hitting kind of in that 270 to 320 range. So talking about a really consistent stretch. He gives you serviceable defense.
Home run derby winner.
Overall, home run derby winner. He had that flash. I just think he's an overall more reliable player. And Justin Morneau is my first baseman.
Okay, so defensively definitely goes to Morneau. Do you think who do you think gets it offensively? I had a 950 OPS in the season he was with the Sox.
So I'm looking at career because that's the better argument for me.
Yeah, of course. Is this who you texted me about? It was like, are we doing career numbers or team numbers?
This is exactly. I'm just trying to make the best argument. So here's my thing: is I love Kyle Schwarber. If I want 45 bombs, give me Kyle Schwarber. Do I always want 45 bombs batting 190? No. Okay. But if I can get 25 to 30 bombs and you can bat a 300 for me and you can also get on base at 350, and 375 clip and play better defense, I'm going to take that.
All right. I'll give you more no. It's 1-1.
Boom.
I'll give you more no. All right. Second base. Another one. This is my last stretch. I stretched a little bit on this one.
Oh, my God.
Second base is 2023 Justin Turner. He played a bunch of second base for us that year.
Oh, my God. Come on. That is such a stretch.
It's 2023 Justin Turner.
It is. Come on. That is such a stretch. But Justin Turner can't make the stretch.
He played second base for us that year on more than one occasion. God. Like, it wasn't just I didn't put Connor Wong at second base. Well, he's been there for multiple years, but you know what I'm saying. In that year, 146 games, he put up 626 plate appearances, so a full season, 162 hits, 23 home runs, 96 RBI, with a 800 flat OPS.
Man, that's interesting.
And played really good defense. Like, was diving all over the place at second base. He played third base mostly, but he was playing second base. Was that pre-shift? The shift ended in 2024, right?
No, I think it was well before that. I think it was 2023, 2022 or 2023. I think it's longer than we think.
Shift end in baseball. I thought 2024 was the first season. No, it was 2023. Yeah. That's weird that they had him play second base because back when you had Mike Moustakas playing fucking second base before the shift was outlawed.
Oh yeah. All right, so that's a really good pick. Even though it's a stretch, I really enjoyed that pick. Now,
I didn't stretch anymore, I promise.
I appreciate that. Now, I was deciding between two guys, for second base from the White Sox, and one guy. This is not my pick, but one guy I was deciding between was Brett Lawrie. If you remember Brett.
Wow,
Lawrie.
yeah, I loved Brett Lawrie. He was like the heir apparent. He was like we thought he would be what Matt Chapman ended up being.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That was the guy he was.
But here's a surprising thing. If you think back to Brett Lawrie, do you realize that he only played 6 seasons in Major League Baseball?
I remember him falling off the face of the earth. Like, he had a couple good first seasons. Oh, yeah. He was very promising for the Blue Jays, and then just literally fell off the face of the earth. And I guess, did he end his career with the White Sox?
He did not end his career with the White Sox. He did. Yeah, he did. He did.
Okay.
4 years in Toronto, 1 in Oakland, 1 in Chicago. But that's the first person that came to mind. But I did go with someone who's more reliable, certainly defensively. He played with the White Sox in 2021 for only half a season after the trade deadline. And I'm going to go with Cesar Hernandez. Cesar Hernandez. Do you remember Cesar Hernandez?
Yeah.
Longtime Philly and Cleveland Indian at that point. He is a guy when you look at throughout his career average is 267. Certainly doesn't strike out all that much, 19.3% strikeout rate. His weighted runs created plus, not quite at 100. There was no first baseman on the White Sox for 1 year that I can find over 100 WRC plus. So I took the best of the worst on this position. I'm going to concede this one to you because I had no good second base options.
He had a 68 OPS plus with the White Sox that season. Weirdly had like the best tradable season. He had a 101 OPS plus with the Cleveland Indians, and then a 738 OPS, got traded, put up a 600 OPS, 68 OPS plus. So yeah, definitely fell off after that. Did he play good defense though? I don't know. Defensive metrics suck, but you know what? Yeah, he did. I'm going to say he did. He played great defense for you guys.
Sure did.
Shortstop. This was the hardest one because think about the Boston Red Sox and like the history of shortstops is like, okay, story now. It was Xander Bogaerts. There was Julio Lugo in there, Marco Scutaro. All these guys, Stephen Drew, guys who played multiple seasons and were longevity guys for the team at the shortstop position. It's been a position much like catcher. They've been very fortunate, and especially in the wild card era. So we got Bill Hall, 2010 Bill Hall, playing shortstop for the Boston Red Sox. Yeah, 382 plate appearances, 84 hits, 18 doubles out of those 84 hits, and 18 home runs. And 46 RBI, walked 33 times, and a 772 OPS from your shortstop.
Interesting. That's kind of a random one. I appreciate that.
He split time between shortstop and left field, but he played shortstop.
Wow. Okay. All right. I think I got you on this one.
Okay.
Honestly. So
you guys also got screwed because Alexi played shortstop for you guys and Tim Anderson played shortstop for you guys forever.
Correct. But I have one that you may be forgetting. And this guy, when you look at all of the shortstops to play baseball, at least
Elvis
according
Andrus.
to Fangraphs, that are no.
How many years
did you look
at
all 2.
Oh,
so 1.5. If you look at all the qualified shortstops according to Fangraphs in baseball history, it's 649. All right. If you look at and organize that by WAR, okay, the top WAR getters of the position all time, this gentleman sits at number. Where is he at? I literally just lost him.
632.
No, literally, where is he at? Hold on. I literally just lost him. Please hold. I'm going to find him. 22 on this list, guys. Yeah, he is arguably a future Hall of Famer. Okay. Hasn't got voted in yet. It's my man Jimmy Rollins.
Yeah.
At shortstop.
God, there are so many White Sox retirement home White Sox guys.
Correct.
Like Ken Griffey Jr., Jimmy Rollins, Justin Morneau, Andrew Benintendi.
my man.
He's retired, right? He's retired. No, he's actually having a pretty good season so far.
Yeah, well, yeah, he might as well be because he's never on the field. All right.
So, okay, I'm going to give you Jimmy Rollins for sure. What are we at? 2-2?
2-2, third base.
Third base, I won, buddy. Third base, I won. The king of the pillow contract. The number one prove-it deal guy maybe in baseball history. 2010 Adrian Beltre. The season that got him his Texas Rangers deal. In 154 games, he put up 641 plate appearances, 189 hits, 49 doubles, and 28 home runs with 102 RBI. Walked 44 times. Think about this. He walked 44 times in that spectacular season. Bill Hall walked 33 times in half the plate appearances the same season, by the way.
Jeez.
Yep. That is a 918 OPS from the man. A 321 batting average. I think he won the batting title that year. It might be crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, Adrian Beltre at third base. That's the guy when you said 1 year Red Sox, I was like, I already know my third baseman. It's Adrian Beltre. Because it's one of those guys that forever I've had to live with the fact that this Hall of Fame third baseman came, spent 1 year in Boston, resurrected his career, and he was gone. He was just gone and went to Texas, and I had to watch him play amazing third base for the fucking Rangers.
It's the best cup of coffee ever.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm honestly gonna give you that one. There's nothing I could do to really beat that. But what I will do is I'll humbly raise you a Kevin Youkilis if you don't mind.
Oh my God, that's right. That's right. The season that ended that man's career, the season that made him a actual brewer of beer instead of a baseball player, not a Milwaukee brewer, a brewer of beer.
That is correct. He was traded to the White Sox from the Red Sox in June of 2012, and he actually went on to do pretty well for the White Sox. He actually hit.
He played left field
the remainder
of
that season. He did. He played some left field, some third base. He actually hit 15 homers for the remainder of that season for the White Sox. But that was all she wrote because he would go on the next year to go ahead and play Double-A in the Yankee system and then get another 34 games in the MLB team, and that was it. And the Brewer days were a calling for Kevin.
Yep.
So,
not the Milwaukee Brewers.
Not the Milwaukee Brewers.
Do you know what his brewery's name is?
No.
He's the Greek god of hops.
Oh my God.
For those of you who don't know, go watch Moneyball. Kevin Youkilis is the Greek god of walks.
Yep. That is just like it's almost two on the nose.
Oh,
it's almost like
yeah. That's his Twitter handle too, I think. He spent a bunch of time the last couple years in the booth for the Red Sox, actually, calling TV games with Obi.
He's an interesting dude. No doubt about that.
He was the hitting coach for Team Israel. And I think he's still going to be the hitting coach for Team Israel coming up in this next WBC.
Wow. How about that?
You ready for me to win the outfield?
No. Go ahead. By the way, I do get a bonus point because
you have a DH.
Or not a bonus point, but if I do have a DH, so you either come up with the DH quickly or I get the point. So go ahead, left field.
Thing is, I can pick anybody for DH. Is that what you did? Did you just pick anybody who spent 1 year with the team for DH?
I picked someone who was actually a legitimate DH that you could put in the DH spot legitimately.
Okay, Ken Griffey Jr. Here we go. All right, so left field, starting left field. This is my weakest outfielder, but he had a very good season in 2012. Actually, one of my favorite clips in MLB history is him walking off your Chicago White Sox. Left field in 2012 for the Boston Red Sox, Cody Ross. In 130 games, it's 528 plate appearances, 70 runs, 127 hits, 34 doubles, and 22 bombs for 81 RBI and a 807 OPS. And that's my weakest outfielder.
Wow. All right. That's a good one for your weak one. That's a good one. I also have my weakest for left field. I went with someone who is, again, probably mid on the defense, serviceable on defense. I think he had some pretty solid bat to ball skills in his heyday. This is someone who played for the White Sox in 2022 after a long stint. You'll remember him from his Arizona Diamondback days and then his couple seasons with the Dodgers. It is AJ Pollock.
I like it. That's a good one. We should play ref guess. What were his numbers? I'm going to look up his numbers with the White Sox that year.
Yeah,
Pollock.
his numbers, when you look at his actual career numbers, I mean, he hit 273 for his career. That was his average.
22.1 BWAR in his career. So in that year with the White Sox, he put up 0.4 WAR, coming off a 3 WAR season. You kind of thought you were going to get more from him, though. 527 plate appearances. It was 14 home runs. I always look at doubles. 26 doubles. 681 OPS.
Yeah.
But it's AJ Pollock, right? He played baseball for a long time.
Yeah, and this is a guy that just also had a lot of clutch moments when he was with Arizona. He was kind of notoriously known as a bat to ball in the clutch moments type of guy. It's when you needed him. But yeah, that's really, I think, the best one I got for left field.
AJ Pollock got MVP votes.
Really? Must have been
in 2015. He put up 6.8 WAR for the Diamondbacks. Hit 20 home runs, almost 39 RB or 39 doubles, with an 865 OPS. He's MVP 14 in the year. Made his only All-Star team and won his only Gold Glove.
But here's the thing: 111 runs.
Holy cow!
Year. That's nuts.
That's crazy. It's like him. Wow. Oh,
yeah.
I think my camera cut out. Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, what a good, that's a good pick. I think I win that one, no, right?
No. What are you talking about?
What do you mean, no?
First off, I just on name recognition alone, no one knows who the hell Cody whatever. I even forgot his name since
Cody Ross, another career Diamondback.
No. If you were to ask 10 people on the street right now, who's the baseball player? I have 2 names. Who was a baseball player? AJ Pollock or Cody Ross?
It's because his name's fucking AJ Pollock. All right, I'll give you that one.
Don't give me the pity. Give it to me because I earned it, damn it.
All right, you earned it.
Thank you. Glad you're proud of me. Okay.
It's 3-3.
3-3, center field.
I do have guys that if we're pulling career numbers and name recognition, I have guys that will win that. So don't you worry. Here we go.
You're not going to win this one, but okay, go ahead.
All right, who's your center fielder? Why don't you go first this time?
All right. So my center fielder, folks, and I think you're forgetting about this guy that he ever played for the White Sox, which is why I dig this even more. This is a guy who, in his heyday, not only was stealing a fair amount of bases, hitting home runs, hitting for average. Some of his best seasons, Parker, he had in 2000, 36 home runs, 104 RBIs. He hit 303, and this guy is perhaps one of the best defensive center fielders in the history of baseball. Yes, that's right. Andrew with a U, Jones.
Andrew Jones. Done. Fuck, man, I'm not winning that one.
Told you.
Andrew Jones, nobody's going to be a bigger Andrew Jones fan than me. He should be in the Hall of Fame. He should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, the best defensive center fielder in the history of the game. If you had to ask me, absolute demon on the baseball field. Too bad those years didn't happen for the fucking White Sox. Damn, if only that mattered in this White Sox lineup.
Let me tell you what though. Now hey, now hold the phone. I'll tell you what. This may surprise you, and of course this is let's not forget that the defense was really always there. But let's just talk about weighted runs created plus. For Andrew Jones, when he played for the Sox in 2010, his weighted runs created plus was still 121.
Okay.
Still 121. Not bad.
Okay. So I have these guys listed weird and wrong on my spreadsheet. So I'm going to put the guy in center field that actually I meant to put in center field, which is Adam Duvall. 2023, Adam Duvall played 92 games, did have a broken wrist, came back from that broken wrist and still put up great offensive numbers. Won the first game of the season against the Orioles with a walk-off. I remember it. You remember it. We were all there. It's 353 plate appearances, 45 runs, 79 hits, 24 doubles and 24 home runs with 58 RBI, and walked 22 times for an 834 OPS at a center field. So I will take Adam Duvall. You have Andrew Jones. That is definitely going to beat me. So you're winning 4-3 right now. And we haven't even given you your bonus point yet. So you're winning 4-3 right now. You definitely won center field. I still have to figure out who the fuck my DH is. You know who was very nearly my catcher, but I didn't realize he played like 10 more games in a second season for the Red Sox, was Victor Martinez.
Oh, that's right.
I could have put him at catcher or first base because he played significant time at both. But
that would have been that would have been a good one, honestly. Damn you for being with the Sox for a little longer than you should have been.
I know. Also, a guy who tore his patellar tendon, by the way.
Oh,
yep, tore his patellar tendon, and then ended up being a career first baseman after that.
Okay, I'm waiting for my Fangraphs to load. It is taking forever.
I'll do my right fielder then.
Oh no! We haven't moved to right fielder yet. Yeah, you do your right fielder.
Right field. So right field, I have 2024 Tyler O'Neill from last year, opening day man himself. In 113 games, did miss some time for injury. He put up 473 plate appearances. It's 99 hits, 18 doubles, 31 bombs with 61 RBI to a 857 OPS.
All right. That's a good one. Parker, are you ready to go down to Chinatown on this one? Because I think you're going down to Chinatown. Listen. All right. This gentleman, of the 4,400 qualified Major League Baseball players according to Fangraphs, this gentleman, okay, is number 42 in all-time WAR, okay? He's almost as legendary as number 42. He is a Hall of Famer. He is a badass. He's one of the best players in Major League Baseball history. He is the kid, Ken Griffey Jr.
Yep.
Right field, baby.
Yep. What, number 6 on the all-time home run list? Something like that.
Sounds about right.
660 bombs. Speaks for himself.
7th on the list. Woo.
Yep.
That'll do.
Well, 10-time Gold Glove, 13-time All-Star, won 3 home run derbies, 7 Silver Sluggers, and MVP. All-Star Game MVP. Minor League Player of the Year. 2 for himself, except he wore 17 when he was playing for the White Sox.
Accurate.
One season. I could have sworn he played more than one. It was actually not even a full season. It was 41 games for the White Sox. And then he went back and he had those 2 terrible years. Actually, not terrible. The first year he went back to Seattle. But... The second year he went back to Seattle was fucking horrible. That was when he quit in the middle of the season.
That's right. Only played 40 games.
He just drove to Florida. He just left the game and drove to Florida.
I mean, dude, when you're in the game for Jesus, for that
21
long,
years. Yeah.
Yeah, you go to Florida, buddy. You have yourself a time. Wow.
He had a negative WAR only 3 times in his career in those 21 years. One of them was with Cincinnati, when he was hurt. Another one was with Cincinnati when he was hurt. And then that last season with the Mariners. Still put up a positive WAR when he was with the White Sox for those 41 games.
It just cracks me up that, like, you think of Ken Griffey, you think of him with the Seattle Mariners and the Red Sox, or the Reds. And then, there's that one little White Sox year.
Yeah, the Mariners and the Reds. And then he had those 40 games. See, the crazy part is he played 102 games for the Reds that season. He put up straight up 0 WAR. 41 games that the White Sox put up .4 WAR. So he's producing. He produced.
Yeah, sure did. All right. It's DH time, Parker.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Pull something out of a hat on this one. All right.
You go ahead.
So I'm going to give you my DH, and let's not forget, I didn't forget about this guy, and I sure as hell know you didn't forget about this guy because he's legendary for both of us. I went with my main man, Manny Ramirez, as my DH.
I figured
he did play for the White Sox. Of course. So he played for the White Sox. You go back to the year 2010. He actually hit his last home run in Major League Baseball with the White Sox. And may I remind you, he hit that wearing those really disgusting, ugly, green, pinstriped St. Patrick's Day White Sox jerseys. I'll remember it forever.
Those are horrible.
And they are most of the worst jerseys coming from the team that traditionally has great jerseys. This one sucked so much. But I went with him for DH. I think when it comes to, home runs and big clutch moments, it's David Ortiz for Red Sox, then probably Manny Ramirez right under there.
Yeah, I mean he leads all of baseball history, I want to say, in not RBI but home runs. RBI is still Bernie Williams, because I don't know if you remember, that dude was a demon in those years for the Yankees. I'm looking at this list. Man. It is not looking great for me as far as finding a DH. Hold on, give me a second here. And I'm going to sort by wild card era, and basically the first guy I see that only played one season for the Sox. It's not going to be Manny, but I want someone.
How about
is it Jose Canseco? He played 2 years.
No, how about I help you out on this one? What about how many years did Yoenis Cespedes play on the Red Sox?
2.
2?
I looked him up.
Damn.
He was like 1.5 years. I think John Valentin only played 1 year. People are going to call me no, he played every fucking year of his career for the goddamn Red Sox. All right. I don't know. I'm giving you this one. For sure. I don't have anybody else I can throw in there.
All right. Let's go to starting pitcher. Remember, folks, we picked a lineup for only one game. So we went with a starter to start the game, a setup relief guy to get you to the closer, and then a closer. So, Parker, who is your starter? This will be very interesting.
2022 Michael Wacha is my starter. Had to find a guy that only pitched 1 year for the team and had a decent year in that year, because I really focused on the year that they were playing for the Red Sox. He put up a 3.32 ERA in 23 starts, 127 innings pitched. And in that time, he had a 1.12 whip with 104 strikeouts in those 127 innings. So not ace, 9, 10 K per 9 stuff, but very good, and got him a pretty good set of deals back to back to back, and ended up with the Royals now, doing good things still to this day. A guy who really looked like the Paul Skeens of his generation when he started pitching for the Cardinals. Kind of fell off a little bit, lost that game in last a couple games to the Red Sox in the World Series in 2013. Didn't really recover until he got back to the Red Sox and unlocked that amazing changeup he now sports. And Michael Wacha is my 1 year guy.
Wow. All right. I can appreciate that. That's actually a good pick. Not gonna lie. Here I am again waiting for Fangraphs to load. It's like they know we're doing this because it's taking a long time to load today. So this guy, all right, let me make sure I don't mess this up like I did last time. All right, so this gentleman, I'm going with a little older guy, Parker, still wild card era. This guy is 64th on the list of all-time starting pitchers for WAR. He accumulated 55 war, pitching war. Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing with this guy. He's a left-hander, and he's a big old left-hander, okay? You may remember him in his time with, a variety of different teams. He started his career with the Blue Jays. He found his way with the Yankees. He even spent a few years in Boston. But I went with Boomer, David Wells.
Yeah, a lot of years under that guy. Threw a perfect game. David Wells claimed to be hammered when he did it. I'm willing to believe him. Famously got fined for that Yankees hat that belonged to Babe Ruth that he wore in a Yankees game.
He sure did. Sure did.
Sure did.
All-timer right there.
Boomer Wells, incredible pitcher. I mean, talk about a guy who put up 200 innings without even trying. Yeah, good pick. Good pick. Who wins that one? You got to win that one, right?
I mean, David Wells is an all-timer.
Yeah, I think so. All right. So now this is where it gets really hairy because relievers that spent 1 year with your team, typically relievers have good careers for 1 or 2 teams because they catch on and they stick around and they're pretty good and they're relievers. So they sign like 1 and 2 year deals throughout the rest of their career.
So can we make this one a little more objective for the both of us? Why don't we do this? Because this is the reality with the relief pitcher. Why don't we do whoever's pitcher has the lowest career ERA?
Oh boy,
gets the point.
Okay, I'm interested now. I think I win this one if this is the case. So my setup man put up 13.4 career WAR as a reliever his entire career, a 2.94 ERA in 726 relief innings pitched. I won't say relief innings because I don't think he made a single start in his career. Never made a single start in his entire career, 13 years in the big leagues. This is a guy who spent a bunch of years being very successful for a lot of teams, but in his year in Boston, it wasn't good. It was a 6.2 ERA in 45 innings. And I'm trying to find his ERA plus is a 68 ERA plus, but Mark Melancon is my setup man.
Interesting. All right, so we're definitely going to do this career ERA for the last 2 pitchers here. So your ERA for Mark Melancon was what career?
2.94.
My pitcher is 2.98.
Yes, let's go.
And it is Steve Cishek.
Oh wow. Okay.
How about that for a pick?
That's crazy. All right. That's a good one.
Isn't it a good one? That was the one where I was like you. I went into this I'm not going to find a good relief pitcher. And it was really difficult, but he actually was a good pick. He actually was.
Let's see.
Okay.
In his year with the White Sox, that's 2020. He appeared in 20 games of those 60 games the White Sox played. It was 21 strikeouts in those 22 games, 21 strikeouts in 20 innings pitched. It was a 5.64 FIP and an 83 ERA plus. Huh.
Cool.
Right at the end of his career, he only picked 2 more seasons.
Man.
You want to hear something crazy, though? The year after this is a guy this is Steve Cishek. He came out, he put up insane amounts of appearances in all the teams he played for. He hit 60 appearances in, let me just look, 60 appearances in 1, 2, oh God, B-refs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. The guy had 60 or more appearances.
Insane. I would love to know how many pitchers have done that. I bet you it is not a lot.
Very
a couple
few.
handfuls, if that.
Yeah. So after those 22 appearances for the White Sox in 2020, he immediately turned around and in the last 2 years of his career put up 74 appearances for the Angels and then 69 appearances for the Nationals in 2022. He peaked, actually kind of just peaked his entire career in 2018. It appears, depending on how you want to look at it. It's a 2.18 ERA in 80 appearances for the Chicago Cubs.
Yep.
I would say if you put up a 2.18 ERA in half of the games your team played that year, that's the best year of your career.
100%. I mean, he was basically a sub 3 ERA guy until he got to the White Sox, because that's how that happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whatever.
He was an
All
animal
right,
in
let's wrap this
2017 too. 49 appearances with a 2.11 ERA plus. That's crazy. All right.
Oh yeah.
So my
Oh, yeah.
closer, I think I win the closer.
Yep.
I genuinely do. My closer
All right, this will be interesting.
for this Red Sox team is 2007 Eric Gagne.
Ooh, what's his ERA career?
I got to look up his career ERA.
Oh,
If
I gotta
by the
know.
way, you're
I
winning
gotta
6-5 right now, and if I win this, we tie.
I'm winning 7-5.
Are you winning 7-5? Damn it.
I am winning 7-5.
No, it's 6-5. What are you talking about? I don't think I win this. I really don't think I win this.
Okay.
Not for a closer. He has a 3.47 ERA.
Yeah, sorry, you didn't win this one. And you didn't win this one because once I say this guy's name, you're gonna go, obviously no shot. It's Craig Kimbrell.
Yeah.
Craig Kimbrell.
Fuck.
I mean that's he's future Hall of Famer, Craig Kimbrell.
Yep.
Come on now.
Craig Kimbrell.
Oh man.
Fucking closers bounce around too
Wow.
much, man. 2.59 ERA.
That'll do it.
That will do it. Well played, sir.
Man.
8-5, you win that.
What a fun exercise. We're gonna do something
We're
like
never
that again,
doing
but
this
a
again.
different... No. Not with 1 year guys, but we'll find
but build a lineup? Yeah,
fine.
find another criteria to build another lineup. I'm all about it.
Yes.
Or like
Awesome.
Hall of Famers that played for your team.
It's almost like MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty, but on here. You can only build your lineups with certain guys.